we're going to go to Rene Sandler for the defense.
Absolutely not. This jury is thirsty for information about the dynamics of this relationship, and this expert is providing the information that this jury needs to know to understand abuse and domestic violence, and she's doing a great job.
Joey Jackson for the prosecution.
Question number 20 says it all. How can you make an evaluation without all the information that you need to do it? Question number 50. Who did you speak to face to face? She's drawing these conclusions based upon emails and text messages. What about speaking to people who might know the parties involved? Travis's friends, Jodi's family. The assessment is incomplete. Her information is incomplete. Her opinion is flawed.
It's the victim's own words.
Joey.
No.
Joey, those people only know one side of Travis. They don't know the side that's actually the one
that's
at
because
issue.
Jodi made sure they never learn about it.
No, so did Travis.
Look at this woman. She is sitting there on a stand hit with approximately 150 hostile questions. She is the expert witness who argues Jodi's the victim here. Jodi was the battered woman. And the man that she killed, Travis Alexander, is the abuser. Was the abuser in the relationship. Now, this woman has been hit with questions like, is it possible for the survivor to be the perpetrator? Couldn't a perpetrator be a she? Are you able to confirm whether or not Jodi abused Travis? So again, I want to bring in Dr. Dale Archer, clinical psychiatrist out of New Orleans. Great to see you, Dr. Dale. As I hear these questions, remember, jurors are not supposed to talk to each other about the case. There are 17 individuals. The one, two-tone, got thrown off. We've got 17 people who are now not supposed to talk to each other, but they are asking questions of this defense expert. Is it possible, Dr. Dale, that they're also signaling to each other? Are they perhaps telegraphing, hey, here's how I feel, and you better get ready for the deliberations because you can tell from my questions she's going down?
Yeah, I think that as an expert witness, you have to have credibility. And it seems to me, based on these questions, that Ms. LaViolette has lost her credibility with the jury. Because when you have that many questions to an expert about something they should know and be able to tell you and educate you about, you're basically questioning everything that she said. So I think that the jurors are all on the same page here. I think that they do not buy a lot of what she said, and I think this does not bode well for the defense at all.
Okay, but here is my question. These are not questions from necessarily every single one of the 17 jurors, and 5 will be taken out at the very end and be turned into alternates. So let me go to Fred Tesier, a former prosecutor. Only 3 states allow jurors to ask questions of witnesses. Is it possible that in the course of asking these very hostile questions, these jurors are communicating with each other in a way that they can't do verbally because they're not allowed to, sort of setting the tone, for example, for the deliberation to come?
You hit the nail on the head, Jane. They're doing 2 things. They may very well be communicating, but what you're seeing in insight, too, is what's going to happen during the deliberation. It's one thing to sway a juror, but you have to get that juror to lock in, like Jodi Arias, and then hold on against what's going to be an onslaught from the people who have asked this question. And they are clearly hostile to this person, clearly hostile to this witness, who basically, Jodi lies, she swears to it, and they're not buying it. I'm sorry. You can spin it, defense lawyer can spin it any way you want, but, that's like saying that the Titanic is a moonlight cruise followed by an invigorating swim. It's over.
But Rene Sandler, isn't it also possible that there are 1 or 2 jurors in there who aren't asking questions and who have formed their own little faction non-verbally that I'm not necessarily going to ask a question to reveal how I feel?
Absolutely, and that's what's difficult sitting here trying to analyze this information. We could all be right, we could all be wrong, or somewhere in the middle here. It's the quiet, silent jurors who didn't submit a question for everybody to be concerned about. But these jurors are interested in this relationship. They're trying to understand it.
It's Arizona, one of the very few states where jurors can ask questions and they might reveal what jurors are thinking. Today, several juror questions centered on Jodi's claims that she caught Travis Alexander, the victim, masturbating to pictures of young boys. Again, no evidence except Jodi's